Hey guys, today I'm gonna show you how to create and use one of the best color tools I ever had, and it is this color chart. If you're anything like me in the coloring, you may also find the process of color selection very challenging, and not just the color palette, but the exact pencils that you're going to use. I have 4 different pencil sets, and I didn't want to have like separate charts for each pencil set. I wanted to create the one that will fulfill all the needs for me, and this is how this project was born. Luckily, I have a video footage of me creating this chart, so you will not only have my full explanation of the process, but also a video footage of how it actually was done. As you may know, I had 4 sets of coloring pencils, 5 sets, sorry. I had Prismacolor, here it is, Castle Arts, Jota Stil Nova, Brutfuner Macaron, and Polychromos, Faber-Castell Polychromos. But I decided to get rid of my Castle Arts set because I was not, I wasn't having fun coloring with this pencil set. And I decided that, okay, they're not very useful for me. Maybe they will be useful for someone else who have different, I don't know, coloring technique. And yeah, these pencils were just not for me. I really like layering and I like burnishing my page, and Castle Art's not really good for these techniques. So I decided to move on and leave only 4 pencil sets. So this was how my previous palette looked like. All these black windows here, it's where the Castle Arts colors were placed. So I made the decision to let them go in the middle of the project, so I had like no time to redo this whole palette. It's take time, and I just blacked out all the pencils so they will not bother me too much. Yeah, and I was left with this very well, it's not bad, it's still a usable table, but I want to do a new one. So now I'm making switches for all the pencils I own, and I left at 106 polychromos. So I will proceed. While I was making swatches for the colors, I left a bit of space in the bottom of the squares and put here the pencils numbers. From all the pencil sets that I own, I decided to make a special symbol only for Brutfuner's macaroon ones. This is because they have 4 figures numbers just as Prismacolors. So I didn't want to get confused all the time when I was looking for those pencils. Then I started to create my color table. It was just basically the process of grouping them all based on the hues and colors and the brightness. I tried to put the lightest ones to the bottom and the darkest one on the top, and then just place similar shades together so they will work as these huge gradients from browns to dark greens. After I did the main work, I also had to compress all of them a bit closer together because I wanted all of them to be placed on 2 copy papers, and there will be just not enough space for all these separated color islands that I created initially. Then I just glued all of the paper pieces to the copy papers and sprayed the acrylic fixative on top. And that's it. So as you can see, this color chart consists of 2 sheets of copy paper, and I wanted to place all of these colors on this format so it would be easy to use it, because yeah, I can fold it like this and all my colors will stay inside, so the sun will not touch them more than it have to be used. How I actually use it. Let me demonstrate it on my current work in progress in this coloring book, this teapot. This project is kind of a disaster for me, because as you can see on the background, I have a very sloppy watercolor work. And yeah, unfortunately, this was a massive disappointment to me, because I tried to find the perfect formula that will help me to use watercolors in the Korean books, and I did not give up yet, so I will try to find it. As you may know, Korean books have a very poor paper quality. Well, this paper is actually good for pencil work, but terrible for water mediums. This is why I'm trying to find the perfect combination of matte medium for acrylic paints and water in order to help me work with this paper. And unfortunately, yeah, this result is not impressive, but I still want to finish this project. We're gonna work with the color chart and the color palette that I prepared on this page. So for the color palette, we will be using this image. I will use the tablet, but I will insert the picture itself on the videos so you can have better image quality. So I prefer to color large elements first so I can see their bigger picture, and then add details and so on. So the biggest element on this page that is left uncolored yet is the wallpaper. So we have 3 sections of wallpaper, and I still didn't decide how I want it to look, because I can color all of them in the same shade, or I can use different shades, or I can use different color depths of the same shade for it. I think we will go with blue tones. These tones can lighten up this picture a little bit. And looking at the image, I see like these flowers. They have a very beautiful shades, and I think we will try to use blues. So as you can see in my chart, I have like purples, then purple blues, then closer we get to green, the more turquoise the blue colors are. Well, at least this was the idea. I think that we will not use this line, really turquoise colors, maybe except for this one. I think we can use this one. It is polychromos pencils, and on this paper, polychromos works really beautiful, and I'm using blender for them as well, so you don't have to like layer a lot of layers. You can just mix it everything with blender. So we will use this shade. I think 22 is a bit more aggressive than I want. Maybe 990 of Prismacolors, or maybe even Brut Funes 0 to 33. Well, they're quite similar in color depth. And I don't know how it will look like on our page. And also we need one color that will be like our shades, so that will be significantly darker than our main tones. And I think that 152 of polychromos can be a good choice. I see similar shades on their image, or 110. Yeah, maybe 110 is better. It has more depth to it. 152 is a little bit flat color. I don't know how to explain it. It's just how I feel. So, okay, I think I will go with 154 and 110. Here are our 2 shades. Yeah, I think they will suit this page very well. And we also need to think about this. Well, I really don't know. I don't know what to do. Why we have lines here? What do we need it for? Maybe, no, I don't want to use turquoise. Really, I don't. So I think if I'll use turquoise, it will be like, it will highlight these green areas on the background, and I don't want them to be highlighted. They are very prominent as they are. So yeah, I think these two shades will work well. Maybe I will try to make a very soft gradient with the lightest in the middle and the darkest. Okay, let's try this idea. Okay, now our wallpapers look a little bit dirty, but it's because I use Blender, so we need to let it dry and it will look better. So this is what I did for the wallpaper, but now let's introduce some warm colors. So as you can see, up to this point, I introduced only very cool tones. For example, this pink is very cool, the purple is quite cool, our wallpapers are cool, but now we will introduce some warmth to the page because our eyes are naturally attracted to the warm colors if we have an alternative. Like if we have warm, cool contrast, we will see the warm colors as brighter, as more attractive to our eye. So this is exactly why I left all the details work for the warm tones. So I will start with the girl. I think she should be the center of attention. And for some reason, I want to make her ginger. So I will introduce very subtle but yet warm browns. And yeah, let's see what we have in our color chart. So for the middle tone, I will look at this range. I don't think that these colors will work, so we will see here, and also somewhere there we can find our pretty warm tones for the hair. So I was thinking about something like, let's see the picture as well. I was thinking about something like 944, and I think this color will be just beautiful on her. And other shadow color, I think we need something with low contrast but still with this prominent warmth to the tone. Okay, let's consider this as a shadow color for now. 344 as our main tone, and we need a highlight. We need highlights, and I think that we need to make our hair with really prominent highlights. So for 934, which is Prismacolor, so it will blend beautifully on this paper, we need something, I think, from this range. I don't want to make it too purple or peach-like colors, so we will not choose these two. Maybe the ivory color from Polychromosis would be actually really nice, but I think more about something golden like this one. No, 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 no. No, I'm trying to imagine these colors and no, it does not work. Maybe this one. Maybe this one actually. Or maybe we will look at something more orangey, so like this. Let's have a quick test. Sometimes when I can't decide, when I can't see how these colors will look together combined, I'm taking a test on the paper. So now you see how I easily combine colors from different brands. This is exactly why I wanted to create this chart in the first place. Okay, now let's create something like hair. I'm just testing colors. I'm not trying to do something like extremely beautiful with it. And if I'll blend everything with this color, and let's see our page. I still don't like this yellowish tone for the highlights. Maybe I should just introduce more red. No, I don't like this yellowish tone. We need to change it for something else. So even this one was too yellow. So let's check how it will work with ivory. 103. It's a bit colder. And now I'm not so sure which one I like more. I think this one. This one won. Now let me just color the hair. Okay, I finished with the hair and fixed a little bit the main background. I added a lot of white watercolors to it. And now I think the teapot is actually a bit popping out of the background, and the background is not so overwhelmingly bright. So I also finished with the hair, and you can see how your eye immediately drawn to that place because first of all it has the high contrast, it also has a very warm tone to it, and yeah, it's just very, very bright. Now we can move on to her dress. And for the dress, I think it might be a good idea to use warm colors as well. I'm thinking about yellow and turquoise, or maybe very warm pink, like peach pink. At the same time, I see that she's wearing some sort of a Victorian-like dress, like with the corset and so on. Also, she's wearing boots, which we can make leather boots. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I don't know what happening with her hand, because it seems like she's having some sort of gloves on her hands. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave them white. But we still have to do some shading. Despite the fact that they are white, they are still like objects. So I'll need to do some shading here. Okay, let's just look at our color chart, and we'll try to find some peach colors that will look good on her. So first of all, we need something quite dark for the shadows. And I think that something like this will be an interesting choice. But at the same time, it's not really suit our image a lot. So maybe closer to this one will be better. Yeah, this one I definitely can see on our image, this shade. So this one for the deepest shadows. And let's see what we can find for the midtones and for highlights. For highlights, I think that 5 in Giotto Still Nova range will be a solid choice. And for midtone, something between 131 and 5. I'm thinking about 939 here of Prismacolors. My only concern is that it's a bit dirty, so it's not very transparent color, and it might not be the optimal choice. We also have 887 from Brut Funes Macaroon range, or right next to it 1001. They don't have too much of a difference between these two shades. Maybe 1001 from Prismacolor is just a bit lighter and cleaner as a color. So yeah, I'm thinking about 5 and 1001 from Prismacolors, and maybe, I don't know, 131. It could look nice, but I think that they are not so different in color depths. So maybe we should think about something darker than this. Okay, what we can see in our darker tones. Maybe, so this is our choices. Well, maybe actually something like 30 will work, because yeah, it's brownish tone. It's very warm, but maybe it's not the best idea because of the hair we just did. They can look too close to each other. But I like the idea of going a bit brown and orange. So maybe we can consider something like 1032. 1032 looks interesting. It's one of my favorite shades in Prismacolors, actually. Very warm tone, and goes nicely for shadowing orange tones and also for mid-tone for browns. Okay, but yeah, on the picture I'm picking more of a pinky vibes, so maybe something, well, it's too dark. It's too dark. I need something like 131, but a bit darker, and a bit darker is 191. 191. Let's try it. Let's try it on our spare piece of paper. 190 from Polychromos. Where it is. It's there. Well, it's actually an interesting option as well. So we will try this combination, and then we'll see. So far, I'm not a huge fan. Well, actually, I like this combination. I think maybe our highlight is a bit darker than we need, but maybe I just didn't utilize the mid-tone very well. Okay, let's try this combination on the dress, and I'll show you the result in a second. All right, I did the dress, and I think the page overall started to look a little bit more cohesive at this point. I think that our girl's really popping up on this page, and this is what I was trying to achieve. So now about her corset, jacket, I don't know. I want to bring the shadow colors from her hair to the jacket, and also use the tone from her dress with it, and top it with the ivory color from her hair. So I think it will help to make the overall look more cohesive, to tie the hair with the dress. And I think if the combo will be successful, I will use the same on the shoes. So yeah, let's try it out. All right, I finished with the girl. She will need a skin tone as well, and I need to do something with this bottom, with the bottom of the dress. But overall, the main colors are established, and I think she's look quite nice. I will try to bring all the colors that I used for her around on the page, so it will look cohesive and not like I just have this very bright pop of a color. Now there will be, I will use these shades everywhere, but I think you got the point, and I think now you see how you can use my color chart in your coloring pages. It might seem for you like a bit of extra, and yeah, you don't have to do it to pick your colors successfully. It's just that I find it very useful tool for my coloring. So I hope you like this video. If you want me to proceed with my experiments with watercolor in this Korean book, in order to find this perfect formula to being able to use watercolors on this paper, please let me know. I know it is a struggle for a lot of colorists, and I will be really happy if I could crack the code. But I need your support to proceed with this research. So please tell me if it is something you want to see me doing. As always, it was really nice to catch up with you guys. If you have any more requests for me for any new videos, please leave a comment as well. I will always try to listen to you. The next video next week will be about what I colored this month, and the video after it I promise to make more footage of me coloring the Kirby's butterfly. Yeah, this one. So this will be my next two videos, but please let me know in the comment below if you would like to see something else. So yeah, I will be always happy to hear your ideas for my channel. And so I hope you will have a very happy coloring time, and see you in the next video. Bye!